Hi, I'm Dr. Justin Lin, chronic pain physical therapist at Rehab and Revive Pain and Wellness. Today, we're talking about one of the most painfully awkward injuries you can experience, falling flat on your tailbone. All right, let's get into it. Maybe you slipped on a wet step, took a hard spill while roller skating, landed flat on your butt snowboarding, or just missed that last stair getting out of the house. 1 second you're fine, and the next you get hit with a lightning bolt of sharp pain right at the very bottom of your spine. First, let's break down why a tailbone injury hurts so ridiculously much. Your coccyx or tailbone is a tiny bone, but don't let its size fool you. It acts as an anchor point for a dense web of ligaments, tendons, sensory nerves, and critical muscles of your pelvic floor. When you land directly on it, those tissues get compressed, bruised, and heavily inflamed. That is why basic everyday movements can instantly remind you that your tailbone is deeply unhappy. Most people expect the pain to clear up in a week or two. Sometimes it does, but for a lot of people, that deep irritation lingers for weeks or even months while those injured tissues slowly try to calm down. Here is something that catches a lot of people off guard. The pain doesn't always stay on the tailbone. It is very common for that discomfort to spread upward into your lower back, your hips, your glutes, or cause widespread muscle guarding throughout your entire pelvis. Why does that happen? Because your body is exceptionally smart. The moment an area hurts, your brain automatically changes the way you move to protect it. You start sitting differently, walking differently, standing unevenly, and leaning to one side when you get out of a chair. Those protective compensations overload other muscles that were never meant to carry that extra workload. What started as a bruised tailbone eventually leaves your entire lower back feeling stiff, locked up, and sore. So should you keep moving? Absolutely, but you have to be intelligent about it. For the first few days, let the area settle down and avoid constantly poking the bear. Use a cutout, cushion, or donut pillow if sitting is uncomfortable. Change positions frequently, and stick to short, easy walks rather than sitting completely still all day. As that sharp pain begins to ease up, gentle movement actually becomes your best tool because it helps restore normal muscle function around your pelvis and spine. One of my favorite exercises for this stage is something I call the Coccyx Heel Press. It is simple, extremely gentle, and designed to wake up the deep stabilizing muscles around your lower spine without aggravating the tailbone itself. We're gonna get to it right now. All right, we're gonna set up for the Coccyx Heel Press. What you're gonna need is a pillow, so it goes underneath your belly. That way it protects your lower back, especially those of you who are having lower back pain. What you're gonna also need to do is you're gonna set up on your stomach and you're gonna bend your knees and you're gonna press actually the inner aspect of your heels. And it's gonna be something like this. So you're gonna see when I set up, but you're gonna press it like this. And you're gonna press maybe about 10, 15 pounds of pressure, and that's about it. So it's not gonna look like much when I'm doing it, but just know that I'm just pressing it at that inner aspect, small corner of my heels. And where you're gonna feel it is that tailbone. There's some muscles around that tailbone. It's just gonna feel like it's just lifting off my butt. That's basically what it is. So that's what it is. So I'm gonna set up right now. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna bend your knees here. You're gonna lay flat as much as possible. And like I said, you're gonna get that knee out just a little bit, angle it just a little bit. You're gonna press that inner aspect of your heel. You can kind of have your feet bent in a dorsiflex position or flex position. And all I'm doing is pressing, and it's not much. If you do this right, you're gonna feel a little bit of work in your inner hamstring, a little bit all the way up into this spot of your tailbone. And you shouldn't really have to engage any of the bigger muscles here. Just there's a small, those multifidi muscles that stabilize your tailbone. And it just feels like it's just lifting off the skin, or lifting off my spine, my tailbone.
right there. And I'm just pressing, holding it for about 20, 30 seconds or longer. And so, like I said, it's just kind of that inner aspect. We'll highlight that in the video. And great little simple exercise, especially for those of you who have injured it or have a tailbone or coccyx that's unstable.
The goal here isn't to get an intense workout. It is to signal to your nervous system that it is safe to restore coordinated control around your pelvis again. Remember, if this exercise increases your tailbone pain, back off on the intensity. Less pressure is almost always better than more here. Recovery isn't about forcing your body through pain. It is about helping your nervous system feel safe enough to let you move again. Now, while most bruised tailbones heal with time, there are a few red flags you shouldn't ignore. If you have severe pain that keeps worsening, any loss of bowel or bladder control, numbness around your groin or legs, significant leg weakness, or you suspect you actually fractured the bone during your hard fall, please get evaluated by a medical professional right away. In those cases, proper imaging or specialized medical intervention is necessary. The bottom line, most tailbone injuries get better. Be patient with the process. Keep moving within your comfort zone, protect the area early on, and slowly rebuild stability as things calm down. It's pretty amazing how the smallest bone in your body can cause the biggest headache, but with time and the right movement, you'll get back to doing what you love. Let us know what you thought of this and drop your questions in the comments below. Please like and subscribe because it generally helps us keep teaching. I'm Dr. Lin, and remember, we heal smarter.